Hello, everyone. This is Harshal Desai from Express Computer. And once again, we welcome you all to another exclusive conversation with Miss Mona Khandhar, who is the Principal Secretary for Science and Technology in Government of Gujarat. She is handling key sectors like IT, semiconductors, electronics, and biotechnology for the Gujarat government. A brief introduction to Ms. Khandar with over 25 years of experience in the Indian administrative services. Uh, she has held critical roles at various levels of governance, and she ranked seventh nationwide in the civil services, if I'm not wrong, ma'am. And emerging as the top female candidate. So her career highlights, include serving as the nodal officer for the G20 Summit 2022-23, and she also was the principal secretary economic affairs in the finance department and district magistrate and collectors in various districts and in the government of Gujarat. So with this brief introduction, we once again thank Ms. Kandar for her precious time, and we would like to understand in this conversation what are the latest advancements, latest trends that government of Gujarat, latest initiatives that government of Gujarat is currently undertaking within the state to streamline various digital transformation initiative. We would like to understand, what are the primary goals of the digital Gujarat initiative, and how do you envision its impact on governance and citizen services?
So, if when we talk about the goal or vision of a Digital Gujarat initiative, it synergizes with Viksit Gujarat goal, which is again in synergy with Honorable Prime Minister's Viksit Bharat goal. And technology plays a very important role in the same. So, when we talk about Viksit Bharat or Viksit Bharat through Viksit Gujarat, that is how we look at Viksit Gujarat. So in that, knowledge-based society is a very important part of the strategy. And when we talk about knowledge-based society, it is all encompassing. It's not only digital, but research, development, and innovation led social and economic development. And to provide a backbone for this purpose is the main or core area of DST. And within that, we have a number of like sub theme or sub goals. So one is to have that kind of digital infrastructure. Then, so far as solution is concerned, the service delivery part is concerned, we would like to move on to real-time based service delivery on digital platform. And for that, at present, we are looking at Gujarat's tech. You are well aware about India's tech. So Gujarat's tech also we will
Yes,
build on the similar lines so that we have a uniform architecture
right.
for our state government. Like Gujarat has one of the pioneering states so far as digital initiatives are concerned. So our earlier initiatives, they need a lot of updation. But these are all mammoth applications, and there was kind of incremental growth. So
Right.
we want to now modernize or transform that entire architecture, and we
Yes.
want to have a stack uh, providing a uniform architecture for so far as service delivery part is concerned. Now that
Right.
is for government and governance and administrative part. But the more important part is also the private sector or non-government part. And I mean, they need to be encouraged, they need to be incentivized and supported. And for that, we have entire policy framework, which mainly falls within our IT/ITS policy.
Yes.
And recently we have come with upgradation of that policy as well. And now we have to keep in mind the futuristic technologies, and this area is so disruptive. So we are at present talking about AI, and with our eye on quantum. We need to keep this part also in mind. So to begin with, we want to we have already established the center of excellence, and we want to enhance the activities in that. So we are talking to our departments that how they would like to implement AI, and how we can further enhance our services provided to the citizen on digital platform. So this is an overall picture or
Right.
overall kind of a brief.
Right.
But when we talk about digital infrastructure, BharatNet becomes a very important part of it.
Mhm.
And I'm happy to share that Gujarat model, which is a state-led model so far as phase 2 is concerned, is the most successful model in the entire country.
Great.
And now we are looking forward to amended BharatNet phase 2, for which we have, again, we are the first state to get in principle approval for the state-led models. There are
Okay.
two models. The one is by BSNL, where BSNL implements, and
Yes.
others are state-led model.
Policy plays an important role, right?
Yeah.
So would like to understand what are the key, highlights of this policy, probably few things that you can talk about, something which probably other states can, replicate in their own state to make this entire journey of digital transformation effective and impactful.
Sure. So, I would like to briefly explain our policy, and our policy is in synergy with this overall objective. So, our policy takes care of supporting not only the administrative initiative, but also providing a lot of support to the private sector and building the necessary infrastructure.
Right.
So infrastructure, not necessarily, not only digital infrastructure, but also, the physical infrastructure required to support ICT. So our policy defines the area, or I mean, I would not say that it exhaustively defines, but that is also indicative. So it covers the all the futuristic technologies that we can now think about. Moreover, the present practices like KPO, then BSFI, all these are included. So present technologies as well as the futuristic technologies, all are included in the scope. So that is number one. Now, number two, we are looking at all the possible ICT establishments. So there may be ICT units set up by private sector, some mega ICT units set up by private sector, data centers, research and development capabilities, center of excellences, all these are covered. And in addition to this, we have also covered, because I have talked about infrastructure. So in that, we have covered IT city as well as IT park. So this is to strengthen the infrastructure part.
Okay.
And in addition to this bigger level of infrastructure, which has a bigger scope, we are also covering setting up of co-working spaces and other things. So that part is also covered. And one very important part is the entire startup ecosystem. So here we have included incentives for the incubators, for the accelerators, and the startups themselves who are taking benefits from the incubators, and startups which are not with any particular incubator, but who have come up on their own with whatever tie-up.
Okay.
So we have tried to cover all types of startup and end to end. I mean, we think this is something very, very important. And we have given some special concessions to for the futuristic technology, in the sense that we have some eligibility criteria, and we are providing some concession to them, that we have relaxed one third criteria for the futuristic technologies. so that they can be promoted and incentivized adequately. In addition to that, human resource development is very important. So we have proactive provision for enhancing workforce development in ICT sector. So no, you may see that all the aspects are well covered in our ITS policy.
What extraordinary things or what exclusive things that the department is currently doing to attract this investment in IT sector in such a way that the common man is getting benefited from this digital services or digital initiatives.
So I would like to talk about one very important initiative, which to begin with, we took this initiative along with the Government of India as well. So that was setting up a Center of Excellence in AI and IoT.
Okay.
So that has been quite successful considering from a number of aspects. Now, what has happened is for the first time, we have been able to connect startups with the industry. Now, this is something very important. And so far as IoT and AI is concerned, it's very important for Industry 4.0 and now 5.0. So the challenges that is faced by industry, though we have focused a lot on MSMEs, but a number of large industries is also part of this initiative. So whatever challenges are faced by this industry in the area of automation, the solution has been worked out by the startups that has been incubated by our Center of Excellence. And I'm happy to share that in the process, we have been able to get about rupees 250 crore of private funding for the startups.
Okay.
So that has been one of the successful initiatives. Now that is related to startup, but so far as companies are concerned, we have approached all the, I mean, we have outreach sessions with all the important verticals of IT sector. So especially, there is this setup of GIFT. So
Yes.
GIFT is the maiden international financial service center of
Yes.
India. And there again, a lot of focus is on fintech and techfin. And
Yes.
those companies, they receive proactive benefits under our policies. So most of the companies out there, they have been beneficiaries of our policy. And there are big names such as Bank of America. We have entered into MOU with IBM to set up fintech on the technical platform of AI and quantum. We are also setting up Center of Excellence for AI in partnership with NASCOM and Microsoft.
Okay.
So the number of such initiatives, in addition to that, the design part, which is IT enabled design.
Hmm.
So if we talk about semiconductor space, then companies like multinationals like Infineon,
Yes.
so they are coming up and we are going to support them. We have, I mean, they've just started setting up their facility. So there are a number of such companies who have been benefited under our policy, and we are in the process of developing constant dialogue with them through micro and macro outreach that
Okay.
we keep uh, doing with them. And now we are seeing a good response from data center companies like Yota has just commissioned its a data center here in partnership with NVIDIA. Capgemini is in the process and they are setting up a greenfield data center here.
Okay.
So we are seeing this very recently. Reliance has also announced a data center in Jamnagar in phased manner. So that is another important area. We are also looking at cable landing station and we are exploring. what companies will might be interested and want to have cable landing stations as well. So all
Okay.
this important part, all these verticals we are targeting. And there are, in addition to gift, there is also a IT city come up um,
Hmm.
by private sector. A number of IT parks are there by both government and private sector. We have developed several co-working spaces as well.
So one more important thing that I would like to seek your opinion on is that is skill development, right? So even within the workforce which is working within the government employees, right? Or you talk about any other population within this. How is the state addressing this skill gap? First of all, is there any skill gap at all? You're saying there's a scope, and if yes, what programs are in place to support this skill development program?
So, if we talk about skills, like Gujarat has a very good network of STEM institutions, and
Okay.
annually about 75,000 STEM graduates pass out every year.
Hmm.
So, generally speaking, we have skills, but we need to develop industry specific skills. And also, we need to skill them in futuristic technologies. So this is also very much a part of our policy. And we have rolled out a very proactive program whereby we plan to skill about 25,000 persons, students as well as the IT personnel, which are already engaged by the companies or even by government institutions over next 3 to 5 years. And for that, we have already rolled out, we have onboarded institutions like Gujarat Technological University, Gujarat Technology University, and some of the private universities as well, like PDU, Ganpat University, IIT RAM. They are also working with us, and we have also empaneled the service providers. So this is another ambitious program rolled out by us for workforce development.
Right, right. Okay. Ma'am, in your view, what has been whatever we do, with the technology, right? The one of the major objective is to, make the life of common man easier. Okay. Whatever government services we are offering, we want people to access those services very systematically and very easily when they're sitting in their home wherever they are with the touch of one mobile phone or laptop, or they can access these services. So any project that you would like to talk about that has been the most significant one in the state, or what are the most significant impact of technology on daily lives of citizen of Gujarat? Any experience that you would like to share?
Yeah, so one such experience is that of eGram. Now,
Okay.
this initiative was started way back in 2002,
Hmm.
and it was by the then Chief Minister and present Honorable Prime Minister.
Okay.
So I remember I was a young field officer at that time. I was the district development officer, what we call as CEO Zilla Parishad. And various digital initiatives that can be taken were presented to him. So brushing everything aside, he mentioned that, no, I want to reach out to the villages. So get me a digital initiative to reach out to the citizens residing in rural areas.
Hmm.
And as a young CEO Zilla Parishad, I was given that task. And he launched one program called eGram with about 32 gram panchayats in Bhavnagar district. And then that was rolled out throughout the state, maybe around 2007. And that was for providing the services at the doorstep to the citizens through digital platform and promoting transparency, taking it on real time basis as much as possible. So that has been very successful, and that is one of the reason why BharatNet has been implemented so successfully in Gujarat. Gujarat is supposed to be the most successful state of BharatNet program because no, we had the solution from the very beginning that we would like to operationalize on the backbone of BharatNet, and where other states implemented block to GP kind of model, we implemented from the very beginning state to GP model. And initially, we were providing connectivity through VSET and Airtel. Then, after BharatNet was launched, it was decided by the state government that will move to BharatNet. And that is one of the reason why from the very beginning, the design team, they knew exactly how we should design and how we have to ensure the connectivity and connectivity from state data center to egram. So about today there are about 325 G2C services and 75 B2C services being provided on egram. And we have also provided village Wi-Fi facilities on the backbone of BharatNet to all the Gram Panchayats. In addition to that, we have provided horizontal connectivity to more than 20,000 offices in villages like schools, police station, Anganwadi, like that. And we are increasing the number manyfold now. We have no, successfully partnered with the last mile service providers to provide FTTH connectivity there. Also for mobile fiberization, so improving thereby the voice connectivity. So actually that has been very exciting to see how services are being taken to rural area. And though BharatNet is meant only for rural area, we haven't left out urban area. We built partnership because all the district headquarters or block headquarters, they are all covered, and most of them are in urban areas. So
Right.
we made use of this and built partnership for urban areas as well. And we are, I mean, in rural area, we provide this almost free of cost. Whereas in urban areas, I mean, to government offices, for private households, of course, there is service charge. But in urban areas also, it is at a very, very lower cost.
Correct.
So we
Right.
have this entire statewide area network now operational on the backbone of BharatNet. So that has
Right.
really been very exciting. I mean, to see that no, we have been able to synergize the digital infrastructure with service delivery part. And now we are working again to further enhance on Gujarat's tech. So I
Uh-huh.
think in about 1 year's time, we will see further a lot of modernization, lot of updation further.
Right.
Yeah.
So, which are the probably player, if you'd like to comment on, you're currently working with to, streamline this entire Gujarat stake thing?
So we have SPVs, we have
Hmm.
our own PSUs like
Okay.
Gujarat Informatics Limited.
Yes.
We have a GIPL, and we are also working with NIC, then CDAC. So that provides
Right.
us, I mean, very good team. So it
Right.
is mainly like in-house. If we talk about PSU, it falls within DST only, our department only.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Once implemented, how this any particular project or projects which are going to be affected positively once this Gujarat stake project is implemented 100%.
So by Gujarat Tech, I mean, first of all, we'll have biometric,
Hmm.
which we already have Aadhaar. Then we'll add to other identities like driving license or ration card or, that PAN, all this, or student's ID. So all kind of IDs will be there on one platform along with the biometrics. And we will have single sign-on. So every citizen needs to log in only once, whomever they deal with the state government, where any department, they need not have different logins. We'll also integrate the payment gateway, providing all kinds of payments
Hmm.
options. And we'll also integrate other services like chatbot, Bhashini,
Yes.
DigiLocker, and similar other services. So we will have a platform, we'll have a stack, and there we will have all the upgraded schemes with synergized backend or database and front end as far
Right.
as possible, with a lot of security features and an open database.
Right.
So this is how we are planning it.
Right. How excited you are, ma'am, for with the uh, uh, with the artificial intelligence and machine learning things, right? You mentioned about Yota being collaborating with NVIDIA also, which is one of the leading organization, of course, in this sector. So how excited government is with AI and AI tools and technologies?
I mean, we have the plans to enhance government service delivery and also automation in the non-governmental sector with AI.
Hmm.
So we are definitely, we look forward to, I mean, there is going to be a lot of work, lot of activities related to AI, and lot of enhancement of tools, digital tools through AI. We hope that citizen will get more empowered, and there will be democratization of technology, so that we can enhance the ambit of AI, using AI tools.
Right.
So that way it's very important. But again, it's very important that we are able to train the AI models. That
Yes.
is also going to be a big challenge. So I don't think it's going to be very easy or very soon like this, because all this will be required. And training AI models, I mean, one has to be very much mindful that the training is done in such a manner that there are near zero lapses, which is
Yes.
actually a big challenge. And we
Right.
have to ensure that models are trained properly. If models are not trained properly, then we will not have a robust kind of solution.
Any other thing that you would like to talk about? Any major activities that is taking place within the department? Any major initiative? Any remarkable thing that you would like to further talk about and let our viewers know about?
There are number of initiatives in other areas like semiconductor,
Mm.
electronics, biotechnology, even GCCs. We are working on
Yes.
GCCs, and that will be more or less on the same line as IT/IT's policy. We're also working on space tech technology, and we hope to come out soon with that policy as well. So we'll have a, I mean, good framework of promoting all the technologies. And one very important thing is, like when we talk about knowledge-based society, we need to transform the way we think. And
Yes.
we are putting a lot of focus on research and development and innovation. So we are
Yes.
also coming out with science, technology, and innovation policy, where we are
Okay.
focusing on setting up a science and technology clusters.
Okay.
So one will be around Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar. The other we are exploring around Baroda and Surat. So that is going to be very important. So we want our institutions, our students, our industry to be mindful of the research and development orientation, creation of IP pools. These are going to be very important. So,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Great. Thank you so much for your time. It was wonderful speaking with you.